Mohammed.
Hi.
Good afternoon and welcome to Direct 2017.
Thank you.
So, for Fireeye, how has the last 3 days been?
Yeah, actually, every year we are surprised of GITEX, how it is organized and well organized by the organizers, and every year we end up with a conclusion that we have to do it again for the next year. Now, this year, 3 days was very successful for us actually, especially the second and third day. It was very good audience. Quality of people were passing by looking for a specific technologies and specific requirements, especially in the cybersecurity and the advanced malware solutions where they can help their organizations in increasing their maturity to defend against the recent attacks.
Vendors and partners across the domain, they are bringing a rapid change into the way they approach the customers, right? In 2017, what kind of change have you brought to the market?
Yeah, actually, we most of the customers, or let us say, the need is changed actually in 2016 to go more in towards the cloud offering, or what we call it a SaaS. And this required from us as a technology provider to adapt this kind of change and to provide solutions where they are more agile to support the mobility of their services. So this year we provided a solution that where we can support virtual environments where we can be installed regardless of the place, and it's going to be easy in terms of administration and control as well. At the same time, it will give the flexibility to predict the attacks as early as possible before they happen and to alert the IT organization. Another aspect actually is which we call it the minimizing the cost, or let us say cost optimization. So what we wanted to provide the customers actually a kind of complete platform, which we call it actually as a concept, we call it SOC in a box, or we use it as a helix. That's our product name. It's the idea that where we give a mission control for those customers to utilize less people resources within their organization, which will really drop their OPEX model and instead and also minimize their CAPEX. At the same time, they will have more effectiveness to be more ready for attacks and to respond to them regardless of the time. It's going to be 24/7, and it will utilize less resources and people to defend such kind and respond to those attacks.
So, being a company, how CIO friendly are you?
Yeah, actually, the change actually on the positions in the Middle East, which has really showed an increase in the maturity of the customers. We started to see CIO, and some of those mature ones start to see CISOs as well, which is really, that's a good move for us and for the customers, because when you separate the CIO from the CISO, which means security needs to be attached to the information part, which both will try to look for the optimum solutions where they can combine together from data point of view and from security point of view that will help them to defend against those attacks. Now, usually our target actually in terms of who we should go into the customers, it has to be all the way from down to the top. But definitely, CIO or CISOs are the top guys who are really very aware about the risk of kind of cyber attacks, because measurements of cyber attacks is not just by money, it is by reputation, it's about the operation time and how much they can lose from customers if any incident happened, like what we heard in the worldwide, like Sony attacks or Equifax recently. So you need to be ready enough. So CIO and CISOs are the best to understand such kind of risk.
So, very briefly, if you see the theme of the GITEX, okay, it's all about reimagining realities, right? So, how is Fireeye as a company reimagining realities?
Actually, we usually use this term. We say reimagine the security. So Fireeye really looking always for creative ideas to reimagine security. So the way I mentioned to you with regards having more agile solutions, so we wanted to have less products to help customers, that it is adapting any other technologies within the circuit of the network. So any technology that needs to be implemented in those network needs to be smart enough to comply with the existing infrastructure. Otherwise, we cannot keep asking the customers or organizations to keep reinventing or investing in the new technologies. Just they cannot just wipe away the old technology and put the new technology. So it has to be a smart technology that it will be easy to integrate with the existing infrastructure and attack. Now, what I like in Jitex actually, which is really, as you mentioned, Jitex is really important because we are getting all the experts in one place from both sides, customers and or consumer and vendors or providers, and they are all in front of everyone, and everyone needs to show the best of his technologies, which will give the option to all the customers to go for the best that fit their requirements.
Well, it was a pleasure having you, Mohammed. Thank you so much for being
Thank you.
with us. We wish you all the best for the rest of the one
Thank
week.
you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you.